we're live, we're live, we're live, we're live, we're live, we're live, we're live. Let me send that message in there. All right. So let me just quickly open it up. I gotta keep doing it from the iPad because you guys for some reason hate my settings. So I gotta watch all these ads and then I can see you guys, which sucks. Let me know if you guys can hear me. There we go. So yeah, just let me know if you guys can hear me. Should be good to go. There we go. Hello, Zigimantis. I think that's how you say it. Zigimantis. Yeah, I'll zoom in for mobile because I know it's apparently really bad to look at for mobile side. But I just want to do a chill Sunday session. Yo, what's up? Okay, everyone's here. Okay, cool. All right, so listen, we have a lot to talk about. It's pretty much going to be mostly about the coins that are actually moving. We can analyze a few coins here and there for that you guys wanted me to look at. But like I said, right now we're just kind of paying attention to some trades that are potentially about to happen here. And yeah, I'll give you the overall outlook of the markets and what we're looking for. So let's start off with Bitcoin. So starting off with Bitcoin, like I said, we are in a very nice uptrend, right? We've had a huge breakout of the 52K range. For those of you that were part of the Telegram channel, you guys knew that we were looking attention to this bar formation right here. What we needed to see was a break of the 50.6. We never really saw the break opportunity. We actually did see a breakout formation above the wick high. You guys know, long scalp opportunity on the wick high. And we continue to see a very nice momentum trade. As of right now, though, you will notice that we are in extreme zones once again in terms of wick opportunities. I mentioned this to you guys in the last stream, but I will show you guys again one more time. So right now on the daily time frame, I just realized something. My mic is like this. Okay, there we go. You guys, that's probably better for you guys. In terms of the daily time frame, you guys can notice that we've had quite a few retest opportunities in this midterm resistance at the 64K range. If I zoom out of the chart here, you will also notice that we have seen this pattern formation happen many times. This area is a very strong resistance. We've seen this consolidation happen not once, but actually happen twice. You can notice that we've seen another 3-4 days above this uptrend. So the only difference, of course, this isn't a bearish thing. I don't want to start, letting people think this is bearish just yet. But the main reason as of right now why I'm not looking for any swing shorting positions is because psychology. If we end up breaking an all-time high on Bitcoin, there is going to be a ton of volume because of price discovery. And right now you are seeing the fact that the volume, of course, we're not really seeing any sort of breakdown formation. Instead, we're actually seeing a very nice uptrend. Every single time we end up hitting our exponential moving averages, we actually see buying pressure in the market. You can see that the EMAs are acting as a very strong support. Now, a lot of people are calling for a bull trap, but this is one of those situations where we have to be very careful, where you don't necessarily want to be like, oh, this can't just keep going up, I'm going to start shorting. You don't necessarily want to short unless we break below the exponential moving averages, which we have not done as of right now. You can see that pretty much this whole way towards the upside, we've just printed in a very nice consolidation zone. We have played the BART formation, right? You guys remember this BART formation right here. We did end up playing this BART formation literally perfectly to the exact dollar. That's just kind of crazy because this is randomly drawn out. But now isn't a time to be actually shorting. Now is actually a time to be looking for some buying opportunities, which brings me over to my next point. Looking at Ethereum, you can see that the chart is pretty much identical, only that Ethereum does have a very nice W formation looking to play out. It is Sunday. I am expecting a little bit of manipulation, of course, during Asia hours, but ideally what you want to do is you want to be looking for a long trading opportunity around the 35.20 range. Any break above this wick high, and you can look for that long position, of course, for that continuation, and of course that scalping opportunity as well. In terms of Cardano, like I said, I'm just going through these charts right now. We did end up taking a long position, you guys know, on this major resistance breakout. You can see that level then retested as support, as a confirmation before that continuation, and right now we are seeing the same sort of midterm resistance. I actually want to talk a little bit more about the overall market though. Like I'm talking like, speaking of meme coins, like guys, Pepe, for example, look at Pepe. So you guys remember, I mentioned Pepe, like, I think right here, my original, like as a 12, I remember. I said, hey, I'm building a position on Pepe because I do think that if Ethereum were to break out, Pepe is going to see a massive rally. You guys know I already ended up selling my position somewhere down here, opportunity cost, but Pepe did see a massive breakout. And from the lows of 12 now over to 56, that's a pretty significant gain for a meme coin, right? Like we're talking like we broke all-time highs and now we're seeing a even stronger continuation. And then we of course have to look on Solana, and you have Dog with Hat. What an amazing trade. A lot of you guys did actually end up taking that leverage position as well as the spot positions over at 30. But you can see that we tested the highs of $1.80. I don't think anyone expected Dog with Hat to actually go all the way and hit that level. Right now is of course a period of extreme. And we're seeing that across the board right now with most of these meme coins seeing a rally. But what's different is that we're not seeing a rally on altcoins, right? Look at Beam, look at IMX, look at like any of these altcoins. We're pretty much just in these consolidation stages. Nothing crazy happening as of right now. Injective, like all of these coins. So what I suggest to you guys, of course, is right now isn't a necessary for those of you that have been part of the October, like since October, holding your spot positions. I wouldn't necessarily be looking for a buying opportunity on these altcoins just yet. And the reason for that is there's better opportunities in the market right now to be looking for buying opportunities. This market, we've pretty much ended up buying down here. Now we're up here. I don't necessarily think gaming like in general, gaming tokens will do extremely well, but there's levels to this, right? You don't want to necessarily buy right now at this peak where you can already start seeing a major resistance level in terms of the mid level being tested. But areas of opportunity, look at Shiba, right? Let's talk about Shiba for a second. Like SHIB, I sent it the message at 1004. It was like right down there in Telegram. I was like, yo, this is a free long position. And it was a free long position. And guess what? Look up for another trading opportunity. For some reason, I actually do have 2 charts of SHIB. You guys have pointed that out, but here, I'll draw this one out for you guys. But look, in terms of a trading opportunity for Shiba, it's not done just yet. Shiba is nowhere close to being done, guys. This is what you got. This is the best part of this run. Look at where we are on Shiba. Does that look like anything that's about to be done? No. This was a huge period of consolidation, and that's all we're seeing right now is just a breakout of a range break. This level was a massive consolidation. We ended up breaking the wick high. That's what caused this massive squeeze. And look where it's ending off, or at least in terms of resistance, look where it's going to. It's heading into the 24 range. Where else is a coin right now that has it? Are you guys piecing this together with me now? Look at Filecoin and look at where the wick high is at 1137. If this level were to break, we're probably going to see the same moveset into 27. This is a very nice long opportunity, right? Like Beam, IMX, those coins, we've already played them. Now there's other opportunities in this market. And keep in mind, these are larger cap coins, so it's a lot safer to be entering these than compared to the higher risk potentials. But this is exactly why I'm telling you guys to pay attention to these larger caps, because right now, if you see a chart like this with Bitcoin and Ethereum seeing some massive rallies, these are opportunities in this market. This is an opportunity in this market. For those of you that are a little bit more conservative, you can wait until the wick high of 1130 and then looking for a position. For those of you that are a little bit aggressive, ideally you want to enter on the exponential moving average retest, just like SHIB, right? It's the exact same level on the exponential moving average retest, but now we are seeing that huge breakout. And this brings me to my next point, which is Doge, right? Doge, you guys love Doge videos. For some reason, Doge videos do extremely well. Doge actually did end up testing our exponential moving average yesterday's dump overall. I will make a video later tonight on Doge, so I don't want to talk too much into this, but I did point this out to you guys all the way down here in terms of exponential moving averages. When we originally broke above 0.11, I said, hey, now that we've broken above 0.11, we're actually looking for a continuation trade into 0.16. I mentioned that down here, and the reason why I knew that was going to happen, or rather was confident that was going to happen, was because previous price analysis. You can see when Doge ended up breaking above 0.11, we saw multiple wick opportunities heading into 0.158, 0.16, but the level that wasn't tested was 0.168. And this level was a major resistance, as well as this level was a major support. So ideally, this should be acting as a stronger magnet, and that's why I'm paying attention to that zone. If that level does end up being hit, then of course, we probably will end up seeing quite a bit of profit taking from the lows of 0.08 into 0.16, because that of course is a 2x if you look at it from a spot position. But that is going to be a main zone for Doge. If Doge does end up continuing breaking out above that, then yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to see an even crazier rally in terms of meme coins in general, because Doge leading the way, Shiba leading the way, everyone is going to be looking for the next play. And the next plays, of course, are a ton of meme coins right now going absolutely crazy. There's just a ton happening across the board. It's extremely hard and difficult to keep up with now. But my point is, and this is a really important point, if you are trading, right, for someone that's been trading for 7 years now, my best advice to you is, just because your coin specifically, and I'm not talking about random coins like, you know, you got my point, like Inu coins, like I'm talking about like mid caps. Like if your coin right now isn't pumping, or like you're not seeing the rally, don't look at it from this perspective in terms of an opportunity cost. Don't get greedy. Don't start panic closing your positions just because your coin isn't moving. And a real example of that is Shiba, right? So you can see SHIB for a very long time was just a period of consolidation. You can see from December, January, even February, and Bitcoin, keep in mind, Bitcoin was breaking into the 50K, the 60K range, and Shiba didn't move at all. All of this was a consolidation. And then one day it woke up and it continued waking up. And now you can see, right? This is my point, is it doesn't take much. Tomorrow's a new day. It can happen within a day. Just because your coin specifically isn't going up doesn't mean it's never going to go up. You will have your time and you have to trust your conviction. Now, opportunity cost really comes down to specific coins, right? For example, when I looked at it from an opportunity cost from IMX, you guys know I had my IMX position at 84 cents. I was holding IMX all the way up into, I'm having trouble finding it, but like I was holding it all the way up into the $2 range, right? $2.30 is when I sold. And the reason I sold my IMX position was to buy more Beam. And because it was an opportunity cost, I looked at it from a perspective of, okay, we're almost at give or take a 3x position. And Beam at the time was trading at 0.014. I was like, in terms of market cap, pretty much same idea, gaming token, huge treasury, a lot of benefits to that token. And I was like, I think the market is wrong here, and I do think that Beam is going to end up seeing a pump opportunity, right? So I entered with size on that position. Beam actually did see a massive pump, and it would happen a few days later. And that's what I'm saying, is there's opportunities in this market where you can move in size, and you just have to be a little bit patient. Sometimes you get lucky, right? Sometimes you'll end up getting a position, and as soon as you enter, within like a few hours, you'll start seeing a massive rally. It happens, but just because your coin isn't pumping right now doesn't mean that it's never going to happen, period, if that makes sense to you guys. Anyway, I gotta read this chat. I'm sorry, I have not been reading this. Hello. Pretty much all hellos. Floki, Bitcoin Cash chart, please. I can look in that. Just Floki token. Yeah, so I can talk about, okay, I mean, I feel like this chat's more of like everyone's freaking out about meme coins, and I get it, like everything is moving right now. So Floki, same sort of idea, right? Looking at SHIB, like, wow, that's actually crazy. But anyway, so Floki, same idea. We were pretty much in a consolidation state, and now Floki is seeing a massive run up. This goes in general. When you have Doge pretty much pumping, you have Shiba pumping, all meme coins will start pumping. And the narrative that's been the narrative since 2017 is dog coins. The market loves dog coins. It doesn't matter, no idea why. And I'll prove that to you guys. Like, there's coins, for example, like that are new that have seen, like Myro. For those of you that know Myro, it's a Solana meme coin, and Myro had a massive run as well, and it's because it's a dog coin. You can see that it is seeing a very nice continuation trade. Floki in general is in a state where, like I said, as long as Shiba and Doge continue rallying, Floki will follow through. And I gave this example to you guys back in 2020, like, well, not 2021, the example in the last live session, and I explained the reasonings behind this. When you have retail investors coming into this market, which of course I'm not saying that they aren't, they definitely are coming now, but when you have a period of basically death, right? Like silence. And all of a sudden, Bitcoin starts nearing all-time highs. The average Joe is going to think like, I think I still have that Shiba Inu coin. And then they go look at Shiba Inu and they'll be like, oh my God, it's so cheap. I think I want to buy some more because the market's pumping. Then they start buying more. And that, of course, is the idea, is why I explained to you guys that 2021 meme coins are always going to have a point in this market. Doesn't matter if you're one of those serious traders and you say, oh, Pingu's talking about meme coins. Here we go. I don't care about your feelings, because guess what? The market doesn't care about your feelings. Look at Shiba, look at Doge, look at Pepe. It is destroying every single coin in terms of gains because of the fact the market doesn't care about your feelings. It's only going to react at what the actual picture is. And right now the picture is meme coins. For whatever reason, this run we are seeing meme coins go absolutely parabolic. We've seen it in 2021 as well. But like I said, now we have Doge, Shiba, Floki, so many more that are leading the way, and this is an area of opportunity for those of you that are leverage traders. Guess what? These coins, when they move, you can see in terms of the position of 1004 now into the highs of 23 from a spot position that was a 2x. Can you imagine if you entered a long and you held it? And I know some of you that are listening are still in that position, which I did mention, but you guys can see why the profits are so immense is because these coins are very volatile and they move extremely fast. Same idea on SHIB, right? So right now we're still in the same picture. We still have a continuation trade. There's no reason to start closing your positions. And this is the hard part I think a lot of people feel is, like, in terms of trading, is conviction is one thing. Like, being mentally ill is a completely different thing. And I genuinely mean that, is because there's people out there that will hold positions and they're up like 7 figures and they refuse to close because they know that this is going to continue higher. Like, imagine that, right? So that's what I'm saying is there's levels to this. And this, for the people that made immense money, were the ones that just simply just held the whole run on these meme coins until the very top of the market. That is a strategy within itself. You can literally just hold your coin, your meme coins like Floki, Shiba, Bonk, Dog with Hat, whatever. And you can literally hold those positions because if we know that we are about to break all-time high, it is about to be a brand new cycle in the market. Do you think that your coins, for example, Doge, sitting at 15 cents right now, isn't going to see all-time high again? You would be definitely stupid to ever think that again. And the reason why I say that is because guess what? They were the same people down here buying into these positions, and this was during the 2021. We saw the breakout, and guess what? Looking at this chart right now, people are going to say, Doge is pretty cheap. I want to buy Dogecoin. And I do genuinely think Doge will see new highs this cycle as well, because why? Human greed. It's literally all it comes down to is people are greedy and they like meme coins, and the market speaks for itself, right? You can have Elon shilling, whatever, I don't care, but this to me was a perfect position, which is why I shared it. I genuinely think these coins are going to see a massive run, and you can see that they are just waking up. And that's the best part of this right now, is if you're up a lot of money on these coins, we barely have seen anything yet, right? So just in general, so for a perspective. Okay, so Doge 20 cents. I think Doge is going a lot higher than 20 cents, to be honest. Yeah, tell us the trenchies. Hey Pingu, do you put your stop losses all in your investments and move them up as the price scales, or do you just monitor it closely? Daryl, that's a great question, so I can explain that real quick. And this is a learning lesson for a lot of you guys too. So the way I normally trade, so when I'm actually looking for a position, so let's say for example, I'm about to trade a wick high on Bitcoin, okay? So I'll explain a real life position to you guys right here. So I know that at 63.9, I'm looking for a position, right? So as soon as the market actually ends up breaking above this level, so like I said, I don't enter on the first test, right? So it's not magical. We don't enter on the first test. We wait for the market to find a period of consolidation. To me, on the daily, rather on the 4-hour, probably a better example, this is a period of consolidation. So I wouldn't necessarily enter on the first wick, nor even on the second wick. I always enter on the third wick, so the third retest. Why? Because on the 4-hour time frame, usually when the market tests it a third time, that's when we tend to see a breakout formation. So what I will do is I'll wait on the third test. I will end up looking for a position. So let's say I look at it like this. Okay, so we have our exponential moving averages being used as support. We have already tested this level twice. Now we are looking for the third test. We have the support confirmation. We already tested the 20 EMA, so the lowest point it can possibly go in my trading plan was already tested. And now it's a third test opportunity. There's two ways to do this. First way, I would look for a long position on the exponential moving average. So I would enter here and play the breakout. So I would basically trade like this. Enter here, wait for the level to hit, and close the position. And that's the tricky part. A lot of you guys are probably thinking like, wait, why wouldn't you just hold the position? Well, the reason for that is because if I'm entering on the exponential moving average, I am just waiting to play the trade into the resistance. I'm not playing the trade for the breakout. For those of you that are a little bit more conservative and don't like playing the guessing game, and what I mean by the guessing game is these wick opportunities, because you can see it has happened quite a bit, I would wait until the level is broken. So once that level breaks, I would enter a position. I would basically be very aggressive in terms of my stop losses. So like I said, I would just scale that position. So as soon as I enter, I'm in profit, I'm scalping, I'm closing, and I would wait for the retest. So wait for the retest, the old resistance turning into support. I get the confirmation of support, then I enter a larger position. And that's exactly how I trade these breakouts, because there's opportunities both ways, right? When you're looking at it from a scalping position, there's a scalp, there's an intraday trade right here, and there's a support retest there. That is 3 trades in one. And of course, the market doesn't have to be perfect, right? It doesn't have to guarantee you all 3 trades, but there are opportunities within one of those 3 trades that you guys are probably like, okay, wait, I can do that. And what I personally like doing is scalping, right? Because the market is extremely volatile right now. I don't necessarily need to hold a swing position or whatever, because I can enter on a scalp breakout and the Bitcoin moves a few $100, and a few $100 in terms of leverage is massive. So like, what's the need for me to be swinging, right? I'm in and out of these positions within 3 to 5 minutes. You guys have seen that in Telegram, like my dog with hat trade. I can explain. Okay, here's a perfect example. My dog with hat trade yesterday, right? I sent it in Telegram, and I was like, hey, there's about to be a wick break on this level here at $1.40. Like I said, we ended up breaking that level. I entered a long position. I exited that long position, and pretty much as soon as I entered it, I exited at $1.53. You can see that we saw a huge wick, right? So this is why I don't like holding my positions, is because the market, when you're already in such extreme zones, you don't necessarily want to hold that position for too long. You already have the volatility side of it. So take what's on the table and leave. I really need you guys to understand that. You guys need to start practicing. I have seen you guys enter positions, be up like 300%, and you will not close that position because you're like, I don't know, I think I'm just going to hold it. And like, when I say hold your positions with conviction, it's for those that are on spot positions. For those of you that are on leverage positions, you should be taking your profits, because again, the market isn't guaranteed, and you need to get in the habit, mostly in a bull run, you need to get into the habit of being in these positions and closing them when it is enough for you. You want another example for education purposes? My position when I'm playing a trade, and I explained this to you guys many times, but because there's so many of you in here, I'll explain this once more. My risk tolerance versus your risk tolerance is completely 2 different things. And I mean that genuinely. If I am trading a position and I am up, for example, 5% on size, 7% on size, and it's a quick scalping opportunity, I will close that position. I don't care if the market pushes double, triple, quadruple digits. It does not matter to me, because there's always going to be other opportunities. But for those of you that end up holding these positions, right? Like my 5% closing, I go to bed knowing that I made money. I'm happy. I made 5% of my portfolio. I'm happy with that. There's some people out there that that's not enough, right? They have maybe like $500, 5% to them is nothing. So they say, hey, I need a bigger position, right? I need to hold better. And that's where it really comes dangerous, because when you start holding your positions because your account is low, or your size is low, or your leverage is low, that's when you end up getting into dangerous territory. If you consistently can make 5% a day consistently, right? It's not guaranteed. This market's never guaranteed. But if you're pretty good at your hit rate and you can get these 5% trades constantly, your account's going to do extremely well, versus those people that end up holding these 20% swings, losing it, holding it, losing it, liquidated. Oh my God, Pingu, they hunted me. Pingu, they hunted my stop loss. I don't know what happened. Like, I was in the position, I was in profit, and then I lost everything. No, that's not the issue. It's not the position that was the issue. The issue was the fact that you got greedy. You were up double your account, you were up 3 grand, 5 grand, whatever, and you didn't close your position. That is on you. It's a lesson to be learned. And that's what I mean, guys, is you guys really need to start learning these lessons. I try my best to explain them to you, because I have been there. I have done that many times, and I try to teach you guys good habits for the long term. And those are one of the good habits that you guys need to have, is consistently taking profits along the way. Meme coins are a different level of trading, and I mean that because, for example, you look at Pepe, the people that broke this resistance took profits, people here took profits, people here took profits, people here took profits. It is never going to be an easy trade. Meme coins are very tricky to understand, because yes, they can continue just going up. We are seeing that on Pepe, right? A lot of people, I have seen these posts across the board. I was holding 10 bajillion coins, and those 10 bajillion coins could have been worth $8 million if I didn't sell. Well, guess what, buddy? You did sell. And that's what I mean. There's levels to this when it comes down to mental illness and just actually holding. And the people that have the mental illness and will refuse to sell no matter what are the clear winners at the end of the day. And it is a skill. I genuinely mean that, because when you are swinging 6-7 figures in your portfolio and you started with a $10,000 deposit into your account, it is a different level. So you guys need to understand that it does not hurt to take profits. You cannot be upset at yourselves for taking profit. The amount of conversations I've had with people that say, I only made $500 today, I only made $2,000 today. Guys, you guys got to understand, you are making people's weekly salaries, if not monthly salaries, in a day. You need to start positioning yourselves to reality too. There are people out there that don't have the same luxury as you guys. They don't know that this fucking channel exists, and B, the same thing is, it's a learning process for everyone. So please start learning to take your profits. It is a law on the table, and trust me, when you start counting that money at a bank account, it really gives you a perspective of how much money you possibly have made. Yeah, so I hope that makes sense. So anyways, back to this. I hope that answers your question, Daryl. I went in a little spiel, but it makes sense. Yeah. Do you buy spot or simply scalp longs and add to your position? So I do buy spot positions, and I normally tell people when I'm buying a spot position, right? So when the child be like, hey, I'm buying spot position of this, and this is my entry, and I will be writing it to X. So that does happen. I have not bought a spot position in a very long time. I haven't bought spot for a little bit now. I've just been leveraging pretty much the whole time. Taking me 3 years to get better. Exactly what he's talking about. $50 a day of employment does. Thank you. What is your spot portfolio? So my spot portfolio, I've had Beam, IMX, I had Pepe at one point, but I didn't end up selling it. But I've taken profits quite a bit. So like I said, my main portfolio right now is actually just meme coins and my NFT, which is my my icy penguin for pudgy penguins. Yeah, it's like, because the reason why I did it like that was because I was riding this whole wave since October, right? So like, it's not like we're not new to this, right? We weren't new to this run. Like this parabolic run you're seeing right now isn't on every coin. It's just meme coins. The parabolic runs already happened. They happened on the coins that we already bought. Like we already got 3-4x gains out of them. So why the hell would I buy them now when I've already profited, right? Yes, they could definitely go higher. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, me mentally, there's opportunities in this market, and right now it's meme coins. So I don't see a reason why I should even look at anything when you got Shiba breaking new highs every 4 hours, right? Like there's, again, like these are coins, like you don't have to go in the trenches and go find $50 million or $100 million market cap coins. These coins are in front of your eyes. You got Dog with Fat, you got Bonk, you got Shiba, you got Floki, and you got Doge. Those are your main players. You got Pepe. Those are literally your main players. You can play with size, and because the liquidity and the volume is there, that you can enter and exit the market. You can still play meme coins regardless of how you feel about them, and it does not matter how you feel about them. Like I said, like this is gonna get crazy extremely fast. But coins that I'm looking at right now in terms of the next trades, it would be Filecoin for altcoins. It would be Gala, actually. Gala would still be a position. I would actually be looking for a long position in 0.057. And there's so many, right? I can just go through these charts real quick. Like even Link, like look at Link. Like it's literally the old resistance. 18 was our main level. It was hit. Now it's turning into support. This is probably going to end up ripping as well. And the take profit in this would be the wick high at 27. It's very, very simple trading. Very, very simple trading. You just look at where the market dropped. So originally where the market had this initial fall, and by initial fall, I mean like a waterfall effect. So that's where the level was hit. Now we are in a period of consolidation. And that's exactly where I'm looking to enter that trade, right? So I'll be entering on the exponential moving averages, building my position, or even old resistance turning into new support. I would probably be entering on this position right here and just letting it play out. So that's pretty much how I trade it, if that makes sense. Yeah, Filecoin long right now. So I do think Filecoin is a good position, and I've explained this to you guys before, how to actually trade these positions. But an example of this, like a real life example right now for you, Filecoin, wick high, is at 1137. There's two ways to trade this. First way was the exponential moving average. So you enter a long position here. The second way is waiting for the wick break. So 1137, you enter on the wick break, right? And again, this does not mean you start entering this position right now, because guess what? There were people like you that entered the position too early. Look at this. Exactly on the wick that we're seeing right now, we saw a drop back down 977. This probably created another wick at 837, and then we got the level hit. That's why I tell you guys, if you're just entering a position in mid-air, so like this is what I call mid-air, you're entering a position that's extremely risky, right? It's not guaranteed to hit. You're better off waiting for the EMAs to hit or waiting for the wick break to happen and then entering. So that's 2 ways to play this. That's how I would play it, rather. If that makes sense. Dogecoin good long right now, so I mean, I talked about this already. I think I do, like, Doge already broke the wick high, right? So 0.16 is gonna happen. It's just a matter of time. We already entered the wick high, which is at 0.15. You could have scalped the position at 0.055, but I genuinely think that, yes, only if it wasn't the weekend, I would say this is a perfect position. But I'm sure later tonight we'll probably end up seeing this play out. I will make a video later tonight as well, because I know I have to update it. It's just happening so fast. Like, I make a video, I talk about a level that's going to be hit, it gets hit within the next 4 hours. Then people are like, Pingu, new video. And I'm like, give me, like, I need 24 hours. Like, I can't just make a new video immediately. I thought this bull run would go into the ending of 2025. Is that true? Was it past run the big one? No, I do think that this bull is going to do very well. Spot on Doge, should I hold? I think Doge is always a good spot position. I do think you should hold it. I don't think we've seen anything yet. I genuinely mean that. I really don't think we've seen anything yet in terms of Doge. I do think we have a lot higher to go. I'm just reading the chat as well. Sorry, there's like so many messages I get. Okay, I'm back. So yeah, GME. Yes, sorry. Okay, so yeah, I'm still actually in my GME position. For those of you that are following me on Twitter, you guys know I've been holding this coin for a little bit. So I'm not gonna technical analysis anything. I know it's a little bit frustrating, and we can talk about it real quick. Like, meme coin. Like, all right, you guys wanted trench coins? We can really talk about trench coins now. And again, the 34 of you in here, there are levels to this, right? It doesn't matter how you feel about this market. It does not matter, because, and I'll prove it to you guys, these coins don't care about your feelings. Everything is flying, because with Doge, Shiba, all of these coins right now running, every single coin that was part of the trend. I can't do this. I'm sorry. Hold on. I got to go to an actual website. I hate that thing. Okay. Give you guys an example here. But basically, most coins, rather, what am I doing? Like, I'll start off with PopCat. I'm just going to talk about the ones that broke all-time high. So check this out, okay? This is cool, because this is what I'm saying by mental process you really need to understand. Okay, there's 34 of you. Let's have a lesson here on monkey moves, okay? So, meme coins, the way it gets crazy is you have the initial launch, right? Profit taking, the first wick. So the first move, then you have a period of consolidation, you have the second move, then you have a period of death. And this is what I call death. So the example I gave you guys on Floki and Shiba, you can see that's happening across the board on all of these Solana meme coins. We had a period of death on this coin, PopCat. Then we broke, right? Volume started coming in. We got near all-time high. Look what happened when we got near all-time high. There was profit taking, right? So these were the people that bought here, held all the way down, and just wanted to get out of the coin. They closed their profits. Then the price discovery happened. That's example one. There is so many examples of this. And again, these are not $1 million coins that I'm telling you guys about. These are big coins, right? Same thing. Initial people that bought in. Where's my little tool? Initial people that bought in. Wave 1, consolidation. Wave 2, period of death, new leg. And that's exactly how you play it. Here's another one. And I'm only going to the main ones, right? So the big ones. Same thing. Period of death, consolidation, new wave. Where was the profit taking that happened? Look at the chart. Profit taking. So, yeah, like, you can make a lot of money off these coins. They're obviously a lot more high risk. I'm still holding my GME. I don't really have a technical analysis of it, right? So there's a lot of coins, like I said, that are moving right now, and I do think the market's going to get absolutely crazy. The only metrics that I really look at when I'm looking for these coins, because I'm sure some of you guys are wondering, like, Pingu, what do we look for when we buy these coins? Number one, we look at holders. Number two, we look at volume. How much volume is this coin doing every day? So if we look at GME, so the coin that I'm in, just as an example, right? So you can see we have, in terms of volume, $5.6 million in volume happening in a day, in the 24 hours. That's pretty good for a meme coin that's only a $24 million market cap, right? I I like that volume. Same thing with when. You can see the volume, right? So $24 million in volume. I don't buy coins that don't have volume in them, because at the end of the day, if your coin isn't moving by now, it's probably not going to move at all, right? That's the realistic perspective. It might happen. Like, there's coins that just randomly wake up, and I can give you guys a quick shitty example. And again, these are not coins that I'm telling everyone will go buy. I'm just giving examples and explaining this, but you can see this coin, right? This coin was literally dead. It had 200K in volume. Then some whale probably decided that, hey, you know what? Today's the day. We're going to buy. And all of these people that were holding and thought it was dead, it started coming back. They started buying in because euphoria's in the market. With Dog with Hat leading the way, like in terms of meme coins, as long as Dog with Hat continues to lead the way, I do think that this cycle is going to be absolutely crazy for meme coins. It is going to get so crazy that you're not going to understand how much money you're going to possibly make. Because again, these coins, they're not even close to their all-time highs, right? Shiba, Floki, Doge, they're not even close to where they were before. And that is going to be the peak, is when these coins break their all-time highs and you see real euphoria happen in the market. So positioning yourselves in some coins, yes, you can make a lot of money and probably retire. And we're actually seeing that happen across the board. People are pretty much moving money all across the board. You can see, like, there are a ton of projects right now that took a hit, right? Like even Little Pudgies. I mentioned this to you guys. I think the penguins are definitely worth looking into. And you can see the floor has dropped 0.5 Ethereum. The argument of, oh, Ethereum's going up, so NFTs are going down. Well, sure, but there's still an argument to be made that yes, it's opportunity cost, because you got to keep in mind that the NFT season has nowhere near begun yet. People don't care about NFTs. Everyone cares about meme coins because the gains are way better. It's a lot more liquid. You can be in and out of the market whenever you want, when you choose to. And it's just, like I said, it's just more fun, right? NFTs right now are not going to have their run. I don't think NFTs are going to have their run for a little bit, but that's where the opportunity cost comes from. You can definitely look into NFTs and start positioning yourselves into good NFT projects and wait for that run to happen. And when that run happens, that's when you start seeing some crazy numbers being pulled. Because the cool thing about NFTs is that NFTs don't necessarily, like, when it's a price discovery period, you can't really justify like where exactly things are going to go, right? It gets a lot more complicated. You're looking at a picture of a penguin versus this penguin, and that golden penguin is selling way more. Like, it's like price discovery. To really put a price on these things, it gets very difficult, and it's true. So that's what I mean. Like, I'm pretty sure this guy bought this for like 70, right? 21, yeah, okay, whatever. But yeah, that's pretty much what I mean by that. So, is this year just meme coin season? No, meme coins, it's cycles, right? So there's cycles. So I'll explain this before. So let me explain this real quick again. So Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin leader. Then you have Ethereum. Then you have your mid caps. Then you have your low caps. Then you have your meme coins. Then you probably have your NFTs. That's pretty much how it goes. So we saw Bitcoin all-time high. We thought Ethereum breakout. We saw mid caps, Beam, IMX, all of them break out. We see our low caps now trying to break out, right? So some of these coins are trying to move. Meme coins already answered that, and NFTs are probably next. But this period that I made, this little lines that I made, these can happen for months on end. That's the crazy part. It doesn't mean it's gonna happen within a week. All meme coins are gonna go to zero the next week. No, because if you look at Doge, the perfect example. So again, I teach you guys previous price analysis. If you look at Doge and you look at where Doge was in the previous bull run, guys, like, it wasn't just the initial pump we had was January 27th, which we're seeing right now. We had the initial pump in February of this year, but we had a period of pump consolidation. But if we count the low point on the chart from the date in terms of just meme coin season, it was from January, the end of January, to the peak, which was in May. I think it's just starting, right? We're March, April, May. We got maybe 3 more months of fun, a real fun, where things are going to get crazy. And again, this is just going back and just like, again, right now is where we're at. You can get a level perspective nowhere near to where things are about to go. So yeah, it's exciting. We're about to see some crazy things happen. Okay, what's your favorite leverage position to use, 5 or 10x? If I'm moving in size, like if I'm moving like 6-figure positions, I'll use 5x. I don't see a reason to move anymore. If like I said, if I'm scalping, I'll use a 20x. And scalping, keyword scalping, meaning like 5-minute trades, like in and out of the market, 20x. But mostly my favorite position is 10x. I like 10x. I think it's perfect. You get a bit of both worlds. What's the update on Solana and Litecoin? So Litecoin had nothing really. I did look at the charts, nothing really major. Solana, we should talk about Solana. We actually haven't talked about Solana. So Solana is failing to actually break above this major resistance at 134, rather this midterm resistance or this wick high. Our main take profit on Solana still remains to be the wick high here at $1.45. Like, I do think that's going to happen. It's just a matter of time, because there's a ton of liquidity trapped in that range. So that's why I do think as Solana, and the cool thing about Solana is you guys get the point. Like, none of these coins are even near all-time highs, and we're already seeing some crazy gains happen in the market. And now we have a period of consolidation, yada yada yada. And when we see a new all-time high on Solana, that's why I'm positioning myself into the Solana ecosystem for meme coins, right? I'm not in the there are coins on Ethereum, meme coins, that are doing very well, but I do think that's because Ethereum is already seeing some massive gains and those coins are doing well. Solana really, like, realistically hasn't really seen all-time high just yet. And Solana meme coins are a lot better to trade as well because you don't have to pay too much in fees. So that's why I prefer the Solana chain as of right now. And I think as Solana continues to pump, you are going to see these coins go absolutely crazy. So I would definitely position myself somewhere around there, if that makes sense. $1 Doge is possible. I used to be the person that would say, no, it's impossible for Doge to hit $1. And I was proven wrong when it went on SNL and the peak was at 75 cents. So yes, I do think this cycle we will probably low-key see around $2 to $3 Doge, somewhere up here. I do think that that's very realistic for this cycle. Yeah, you guys might call me crazy, but when it happens, you're gonna be like, damn, that's crazy. Because again, like, you gotta understand, like, no matter how you feel about these coins, because trust me, I was that person back in 2017 saying you guys are idiots for buying Doge. Doge will never see $1. Market cap, this, that, this, and guess what? Every cycle is bigger than the last one, and market cap really goes out the window when in your head 10 billion looked huge, but now 10 billion is normal to enter in, if that makes sense. Solana meme coins, Nicola, not altcoins. I think altcoins, like I said, you guys already know my picks. Usually when I find an altcoin, I'll mention it. Like, if I genuinely think there's an altcoin that's good out there, I will mention it. I don't, like, there's a lot of coins out there. There's too many coins to keep in track. But the main ones, mostly like for Filecoin right now, when you have a chart like this that looks this beautiful in terms of consolidation and now it's looking to break out, this is something I would pay attention to. Even if you want to enter on a spot position, here, you got to understand the next wick high is at $27. It's currently at $10. That's give or take a 3x position from now. Yeah, it's going to be a waiting game. You're probably going to see something like this and then like this. And then that's probably what's going to happen most likely. But again, that is a waiting game. And we're talking like at least 2 months. But hey, it's a very large cap coin that you don't have to necessarily worry about going to zero the next morning, right? So there's levels to this, like I said. Meme coins, I like, there's so many meme coins, Nicola. Like, I'm gonna be honest, like, there's so many out there. Like, I am not even like, I'm not even explain the type. Like, the only coin that you guys know that I'm in is GME right now. But when it comes down to meme coins, I don't give investment advice because these things can go to zero overnight. Like, I don't give advice like that in general. Like, I think everyone needs to learn on their own. But like, you know, that's realistically, yeah. There's just have to learn on your own because there's too many emotions that I can't babysit and teach you guys that happen during meme coins. Trust me. I like, it's just, yeah, you guys will understand as you're trading in themselves. There's just too much going on for you to, like, it's like 100x fast pace. Like, it's just crazy. It's literally like a casino. It's just absolutely crazy. But yeah, if that makes sense. Any thoughts on Bitcoin Cash? I don't like Bitcoin Cash. I don't really have thoughts on Bitcoin Cash. Yes, it's probably going to move with the market as well. I'm just not a fan of BCH. But I can analyze it for you. But I think, like I said, there's better positions out there. Yeah, like, here, I'll analyze this for you real quick. So yeah, like, we had a breakout today. That's probably why you're asking me, right? A lot of people are probably like, oh my God, Bitcoin Cash is back. We're on the moon. I don't know, man. Like I said, I mean, this to me, like, I don't like Bitcoin Cash. I honestly really don't. But when it does move, you can see it has periods of huge volatility. So we have $100 into $300. In terms of wick, so the next wicks would probably be right there, $732. We're at $463, but this is a huge breakout that happened, right? So now, as long as you hold above the exponential moving averages, I would probably wait for the 20 EMA to be tested because that has not been tested yet. Probably something like this would be ideal. Or of course, if you want to be aggressive, then wait for the wick high and then enter the trade. Otherwise, just watch it. There's no point. And like I said, this is happening across the board, so it's not like, oh, I gotta choose this coin because this coin is moving. Everything is moving. So it doesn't really matter at that point. Yeah, so what time is it? Let's see. 45 minutes. Okay, I think that's good for Sunday updates. I think everyone's on the same page. I will upload Doge tonight. I promise I'll do that for you guys because that's probably the one everyone's waiting for, given how the chart setup looks like compared to everything else. But I will do that for you guys. But if you guys have, where's the 20 EMA? So the 20 EMA is the white line. Just last question here. This 20 EMA is a white line, so that'll be $417 for BCH. Okay. Anyways, I think that's it though. I don't think I had anything else I wanted to talk to you guys about, and I think I answered most questions here. So yeah. Anyways, well, I will let you guys go enjoy your Sundays. Like I said, it is Sunday. We're not seeing much volume come into the market. So just do your thing, enjoy your days, and I will upload Doge tonight, and then we can go from there again, okay? All right, have a great day, my friends. I will talk to you guys later. Goodbye.